I've known about edibles, bro. I think the reason I heard horror stories about edibles was before it was legal and people used to make them.
Yeah.
People still make them. And yeah, people still make them, but you don't know how many milligrams you're getting per bite or whatever.
Concentration is real. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So if you eat a whole brownie, you might be consuming 200 milligrams.
You have no clue.
That's why, like, the biggest thing, anybody who's listening, like when you do edibles, microdose it.
Test
you know
it
what
out.
I mean? Like let it set in and like kind of see how it's going. Like even if it doesn't hit you for 2 or 3 hours, just wait. You do sometimes have to wait because sometimes it takes like edible. It took one time for an edible to hit me for almost 4 hours.
Really?
And it hit me. And I was like, thank God I didn't keep going with it. Like I would have been done. Because I've done that. Like, oh, it's been 2 hours and I don't feel anything. And I eat the whole thing and then it's like, ooh.
There was
shouldn't have done that.
One time in college, I remember having a homemade edible and taking it like a night, like taking it at like 8 o'clock at night. And then going to bed and waking up super stoned. Like,
really?
Like, and I had to go to work and I got to work and they got there and they're like, do you have the flu? Like, what's wrong with you? And they sent me home that day. Wow. And I was that fucked up. They sent me home. Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
when you wake up high, that's deep.
Yeah, that's some fucked up shit.
Wait, do you know how many milligrams you took?
It was probably like 300-400 and like this like, and I slept like, you know, I probably slept like 4 or 5 hours, but it was like, and I woke up and I was just like, it was bad.
Yeah, that's why I like edibles for sleeping because they literally, I don't dream. They literally just, I knock out and I wake up and I'm like, whoa, that's a deep ass sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I don't know if Brandon was talking about it or somebody was talking about it or it was Joe Rogan, but there's so THC just is good for sleep, but CBD fucks with your REM sleep. So it makes your REM cycles better. So that's why you have to use CBD.
I heard a crazy conversation
with
about
the
that.
THC, so the REM cycle doesn't get like.
Yeah.
This one dude was saying that basically, like, so if you take THC, you get really good sleep, but it's not instantly. You don't fall asleep instantly, right? But if you take CBD, you knock out faster, but you don't get that REM sleep. So this guy was talking about, like, yeah, I take about 40 milligrams of THC, 20 milligrams of CBD, and then like 80 milligrams of melatonin.
Damn.
Yeah. He's like, so in nightly, but it basically it allows him to fall asleep fast, get full REM sleep, and wake up. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was like, damn, bro, you doing something out, bro. That's
some next
level. That sounds like something we'll find out.
I know and I don't know a lot about melatonin, but I just never really fucked with it because I just didn't really like the idea of like I have to take a pill to go to bed.
See, I do.
Oh, you take melatonin?
Oh, I did for the so it started with CBD. I started taking CBD, but then I was like, damn, dude, this stuff is expensive. And I had to take 2 gummies that were 10 milligrams each, and we're talking about CBD, and the way it costs out here in Vegas was like it was $42 for a 28 pack. Then it would last you maybe like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So it's about 40 something bucks every 2 weeks, which is not terrible, but it's also like that's an expense now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're spending like $80 a month on it. So I was like, well, what's another alternative? I started taking NyQuil. You know, I was like, okay, well, I was like, what's the next thing I could take? I started taking NyQuil, and I would take like a swig, and it would just mellow me out, and I go to sleep. And I brought, before I did this, I spent like an hour on the computer, and I was like, what are some side effects of NyQuil? What's bad about NyQuil? Couldn't find a single damn thing. So I was like, okay, maybe there's nothing wrong with it then. Maybe I can do this. But then somebody told me like, well, the reason you're not seeing anything bad is because you got these pharmaceutical companies that are pushing these, bad articles away. They're, so you don't see them.
Paying them off.
Yeah. So anyways, once I heard that, I was like, okay, well, let me try melatonin.
Yeah.
So I bought like a 100 pack.
So cheap.
And it was like $10, bro. So I was like, okay, let me try this. I took 4. Boom, out, bro. Within like 15 minutes, it doesn't knock you out, but like you can feel your eyelids getting heavy, But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's dependent. You're depending on something else.